Over and over we have been told that we have evolved from ape-like ancestors. The evolutionists on YouTube tell me it's true all of the time, and that I'm stupid among other vulgar names, and that no scientist believes otherwise. And every few years they find the missing link, which is illogical because if they found the missing link 10 years ago, then they didn't just find it now. Anyway, here's an article for you quoting evolutionists. The article is titled "Fossil Find May Result in Evolution Revolution" by Thomas H. Ma of the Los Angeles Times. It says, the 4.4 million year old find in Ethiopia topples ideas how humans came to walk upright. A treasure trove of 4.4 million year old fossils from the Ethiopian desert is dramatically overturning widely held ideas about the early evolution of humans and how they came to walk upright, even as it paints a remarkably detailed picture of early life in Africa, researchers reported Thursday. The centerpiece of the diverse collection of primate, animal, and plant fossils is near the complete skeleton of a human ancestor that demonstrates our earliest forebears looked nothing like a chimpanzee or other large primate, as is now commonly believed. Instead, the findings suggest that the last common ancestor of humans and primates, which existed nearly 2 years earlier, was a primitive creature that shared few traits with modern-day members of either group. The findings, analyzed in a large group of studies published Thursday in the Journal of Science, also indicate that our ancestors began walking upright in the woodlands, not on the grassy savannas as previous generations of researchers had speculated. What? Are you saying that all the scientists who never tell a lie, that they have by blind faith always believed that we came from something that lived on grassy savannas, but now they're telling us it's not true? No way. To continue, the discovery of the specimen called Ardipithecus ramidus is one of the most important discoveries for the study of human evolution, said paleoanthropologist David Pilbeam of Harvard University, who was not involved in the research. The fossils were found 15 years ago in the Afar Triangle of Ethiopia by a team led by paleoanthropologist Tim White of the University of California, Berkeley. But White and his team have been relatively quiet about the fossils, and other researchers, some of whom have accused him of hoarding the fossils for his own use, have been eagerly awaiting more information. Why are these scientists so secretive? Thursday, they are getting a surfeit 11 papers by 47 authors and similar numbers of short summaries prepared by each paper's authors. The fossils were found in a layer of sediment sandwiched between 2 layers of volcanic ash, each dating from supposedly 4.4 million years ago, indicating that the fossils are also of that age. Here is where the scientists usually use circular reasoning, where they tell you that this fossil is 4.4 million years old because it is in rocks that are 4.4 million years old. And if you ask them, how do you know that the rocks are 4.4 million years old? They will tell you they are 4.4 million years old because the fossils are 4.4 million years old. Continuing on. In addition to the nearly complete fossil specimen of the female primate, which investigators have dubbed Artie, the team found more than 100 fossils from 36 other members of the same species. These fossils are much more important than Lucy. What? I thought Lucy was the most important until Ida came along. The 3.2 million year old specimen of Australopithecus afarensis that was found in the Afar Desert in the 1970s, said paleoanthropologist Alan Walker of Penn State University, who was not involved in the research. These fossils are of a completely unknown creature and are much stranger and more primitive than Australopithecus. This whole collection of data gives us information we have never had before about human evolution, said paleoanthropologist C. Owen Lovejoy of Kent State University, one of the primary authors of the papers. The whole savanna theory goes out the window in terms of it being the explanation for upright walking. And the idea that we evolved from something like a chimpanzee also goes out the window. And the idea that we evolved from something like a chimpanzee also goes out the window. And the idea that we evolved from something like a chimpanzee also goes out the window. That's what an evolutionist said. It is so cool that over and over archaeology confirms what the Bible tells us. Like things saying, there are findings that say that there was a real King David, and there was a real Pontius Pilate, and of course a real Jesus Christ. But with evolution, over and over, conflicts are found, and over the fairy tale is revised. Now with this discovery that we didn't evolve from chimpanzees, will they stop promoting that idea? Of course not. This is one of those discoveries that is going to be buried.